Hello, YouTube. Excuse the appearances today. I've been feeling pretty rough this week, not gonna lie. I feel very heavy, lots of random feelings of like despair and what's the word I'm looking for? Frustration, stagnancy, um, just lots of really heavy emotions, like randomly feeling like I just wanted to start crying. And I kept asking myself, is this me? Sorry, turning the music down a little bit. Is this me? Because it keeps coming back. Like, it kept coming in waves. And I was like, holy shit. Like, I felt like I was strapped to a rock on the shore, and the storm was just coming in, and I was just getting beaten by the waves, just literally on this rock. Just like the waves getting higher and higher, just pummeling like over me. It was intense. And then I get up this morning and I'm like, all right, you didn't record yesterday. So you have to record today. So here I am, the Storyteller's Oracle. Welcome to my channel. I have some interesting shit today. So there I was, and I decided this morning, okay, I was gonna try to push past feeling blocked, because I felt like I was blocked. I was like, I can't identify if what I'm feeling is me or if it's coming from the collective or from someone I know, which normally I can just tell this isn't mine. But it was so intense and came at such random times that I just started to wonder, could this be me? So today I decided I was going to try and push back past all of that, and I grounded. I went out, the sun was rising, and I went for a drive, took my oldest to work, came back home, and just really just kind of zenned out the whole ride. And when I got here, I actually did some sun salutations in my front yard for my whole neighborhood to see, which is so not like me. But you know what? Do something every day that scares you, right? And I told a friend of mine recently, we were having a conversation, and he was like, yeah, but it's not that easy. People want these things, but we don't do it. We don't feel like we can do it because for whatever reason. I was like, well, why do we feel like we have to wait? Why do we feel like we can't just literally start from this moment right here, like nothing has ever happened to us, and live life fully like we would if we were unscarred, untraumatized, like when we were kids before all of the traumas even began? And for some of us, you're looking at like 2-3 years old. I mean, not gonna lie. Everything like before 5, at 5 years old for me is when I can really remember where the traumas began. 5 years old. Yay. Anyways, I'm going on a tangent. I'm so sorry. Help keep me focused, please. Okay. So I meditated outside, and I felt good. I felt so much better. I was facing the sun. I was taking in the rays of the sun, and I love sun kisses. They call it sun kissed for a reason. The sun was kissing me, and it was beautiful, and I love it. It's why I'm such a beach baby, because I love the sun. I just love the way that the sun feels. It feeds me, it fuels me, it hugs me. It's just nature. What can I say? I'm such a hippie, whatever. I love it. And I felt like I just cleared something. I just felt clear. And so I was like, you know what? Yeah, we're going to do this. We're going to go inside and we're going to do this. And so I grabbed a banana. That's my breakfast. It's still, I haven't even eaten the whole thing. It's still here because the moment that I surrendered and just decided, you know what? I'm just gonna kind of go with feeling stuck. Okay, sure, I feel stuck, but I'm still gonna go about my day to day regardless and not stress. I'm just gonna focus on what I have to do next. Do I need to brush my hair? All right, let's focus on brushing my hair. Do I need to wash my face? All right, I'm gonna focus on washing my face. Do I need to get some breakfast? All right, I'm going to focus on these tiny mundane. I just saw chop wood. Chop wood is a card that talks about focusing on the day-to-day things, that now is not a time to worry about the big picture. I just saw the details card. Yes, because the devil is in the details. So it's a time to really just kind of focus on the things that don't require you to really put much thought into them. You know, like going for a walk doesn't require much thought. You just breathe in, breathe out, enjoy the sun, the wind in your hair, against your skin. Nature, I feel so in love when I am in nature. I cannot even explain it. It is home. Nature is home, especially by the sea. I have this just overwhelming feeling of serenity when I am just sitting by the shore, watching the waves, feeling the wind, watching the clouds and the entire scenery, like the artwork of the sky, if you will, just changed over time. It's like I just stand there, and it's like time feels like it's standing still for me, even though it's literally like flying by, because I'm watching the entire day go by and watching the sunrise to the sunset. And it's just this beautiful feeling of, it literally feels like being frozen in this moment in time, because you're just, it's an out of body feeling where you know it's happening, but you don't feel like, normally when you're there, you're like, oh, I've been here for a few hours, I'm getting kind of bored, oh, I'm kind of hungry. But no, like, this is zened out to the point where the sun sets. And when the sun sets and you see the full night sky, that's when you kind of blink and look around. I just heard the blinks of Zorak from Space Ghost Coast to Coast, where it's like blink, blink. Nerd, sorry. It is what it is. But yeah, you just kind of blink and you come back to and realize, wow, I've been here all day. And that's a beautiful feeling. So I love being out in nature. I feel like some of you need to get out in nature more, because I really went off on that one and I don't even know why. So that was probably channeled. Okay. So yes, I was out there doing my my beginner level yoga. And just, stretching a little bit and breathing, and I was literally facing the sun, getting the rays all over my body. And then I sat down and I just sat in the grass for, I think, like 15 minutes, and then I came in the house and went about doing the, monotonous, is that the word? Monomona. Anyways, Raffle Mel. Oh, Oxhorn, that was a really cool channel back in the day on YouTube. So then I finally came in here, and literally I wrote, like, I got one thing, because I finally came to this conclusion, like, the void, the nothingness, like, the void is the center of creation, right? Because in order to create something, there must first be nothing. So I just wrote, in the void is where we must go to see the light. And I thought about it, and it's literally like a rebirth, because you're there and you're just holding yourself, because it's dark, there's nothing, it's the void. So you're almost like in this fetal position, and then out of nowhere, this light. It's like you're coming out of the womb. You are coming into the light. You are being reborn from the void. But first you have to go into the void. and embrace being in this space of unknowing, in this space of not having control, in this space of limitless potential. Everything and nothing all at once is the void, okay? And this is where you have to go in order to really grow, to be reborn, to evolve, to transform, to create. It is the epicenter of manifestation, the void. Out of nothing, everything. So I just sat there and I was like, really, Spirit? Like, is this all I'm gonna get? And then like another page and a little bit more came along with that. And I was like, okay, so there was more. And then I was just like, after I like read what I had written, I was like, well, July started out with a bang. Like, no kidding. 4th of July, fireworks. I don't know what part of the world you're from, but, in America's 4th of July, Independence Day. So we always have lots of fireworks, big bangs. And I just started laughing. And then Spirit laughed, and we all laughed, and it was freaking hilarious because this is how my guides speak to me. Like, I literally get into this point where I feel like this is crazy, like, what the heck am I thinking? This can't be right. And I literally heard, shut up and write. Okay. So I wrote, in the void is where we must go to see the light. And I saw that light. And when I saw the light and I saw it as being reborn and coming out of the womb, I literally just started just writing. So I'm going to read that. And then I guess we can pull some cards for like advice and guidance and stuff. All right. Why are we afraid of the dark? When we follow this question to its source, we usually find that the answer is fear of the unknown. From birth, we are sealed from the truth. Life is simply a path to unlock this truth. That path is uniquely designed for each one of us in such a manner that we will know what the next step is by following what our soul tells us. The truth, your truth, lies within you. No one else will have the answers. They will only have clues. Clues that make us light up, and clues that ignite a flurry of sirens warning us. It is up to each one of us to then put all of those clues together to find the next piece of the puzzle. Then we must put those puzzle pieces together to form the beauty that is our soul's map. We navigate this uncharted map by following our soul's compass, the heart. Are you collecting clues? Or are you at a pivotal point where it is time to put the pieces together and complete a part of the map? Yeah, I didn't write anything else. I don't know why I put this back there. Okay. I just heard The Rest Is Still Unwritten. There's a song by Natasha Bedingfield, old song. The rest is still unwritten. Yeah. She talks about staring at the blank page before you. Oh my God, and it was on a blank page. Staring at the blank page before you. Open up something reaching in the distance, so close you can almost taste it. Release your inhibitions. Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can do it for you. No one else can let it in. And what are the next words? I can hear the beat and feel it, but I can't remember the words. Please listen to that song, Natasha Bedingfield, Unwritten. It's actually one of my all-time favorite songs. It's one of those songs that doesn't matter when, you can listen to it and you just kind of like, yes, I love this song. It's one of those. And I was on a blank page, staring at the blank page before you. Maybe that is the message. Maybe collectively we are staring at the blank page before us. There's been so much ascension in the collective this year and last year. And we literally had the last super full moon of the year recently. And that right there in itself, it's almost like, okay, this cycle has ended and a new one is beginning. So now we're going to go from here, but the rest is still unwritten. This is a pivotal point in manifestation. Okay, if there is something you are dreaming about, something you are wishing and wanting for desperately in your soul, that it calls to you, this is what I want. This is what I want to pursue. This is where my soul is guiding me next. This is the time to set those intentions. This is a time to start using positive affirmations every single day that are going to guide you in that path towards what you want. And whatever that is for you, you know better than I do, because literally each and every map is different. Okay? Put your puzzle pieces together. I just saw Chopwood again, so I'm going to use the enchanted map oracle card. Oh! Haha, funny. This was... I love my guides. I do. I am so blessed. I thank God every single freaking day that I have the support that I have from Spirit. Because they are fucking hilarious. They love me, dude, and I love them. Like, I told them straight up the other night how much I love them. And please do that. You have to open yourself to receive. Ask and ye shall receive, right? Please, God, open me up to communicating with the spirit team you have sent to guide me. It's really that simple. And then put it out there. You have to ask. Guardian angel assigned to me since birth. Ancestors of this earth, and my celestial ancestors. Guides. Please, I welcome you now to communicate with me, to send me the messages that I need to hear for my greatest good and the greatest good of all. In that moment, you are sending that out. You are letting them know. You are giving them permission to intervene, because they cannot intervene unless you ask them to. It's the unwritten law. Here, at least. Who knows? Maybe in heaven, the higher realms, higher dimensions, maybe they have their own laws there that they have to follow, and we just don't remember them. Okay? But I do know that this is one. You have to ask for it. But this this deck was the first deck that I was ever, I touched it. I was just curious about it in the store, and I opened the box. I liked it. And then the moment the cards fell out and hit my hand, something inside of me, it was like this ripple of light. And I had to have that deck. But back then, I was so stuck in how things happened that it was the first edition, because this box and these cards, they don't have a border, okay? It's all bluish. The first edition was actual parchment color, like a real map, which I was obsessed with because I love details. I think the more detailed something is, the more I'm drawn. I mean, look at the necklace I got, my Larimar. Look at how beautifully detailed this is. And it's done by hand, you guys. This is beautifully crafted, okay? These are the things to me that draw my attention, but it was also causing me to try to control the blessings that I was being given, because I wanted them a very specific way. I literally went online and I looked very specifically for a seller on Amazon that had the first edition. And when it came in the mail, this is what came. So I waited a month only to get pissed off because it was not the one that was pictured on their website. So false advertisement. And I didn't get the one that I wanted to get. But I still got it. It is still magical when I touch this deck every single time. The messages come through so pure and so clear when I use this deck. And we literally have fucking hell. Into the unknown, at the bottom of the deck, into the unknown, into the void. Embrace being in your heavenly mother's womb. Let the goddess nurture you as you are growing and you are expanding. You are protected by your heavenly father. He's not going to let anyone fuck with you while you are in your mother's womb, because no one will touch the divine mother. A king protects his queen. Ooh, I got chills. Into the unknown, bottom of the deck. I got what I needed. I got what I needed. Not what I wanted. I mean, it is what I wanted. I wanted the connection. I wanted what I felt when I touched that deck in the store. I wanted that magical spark. And I felt that just because it didn't look like those, it didn't have the border, they weren't the matte parchment color on the back, I felt like, oh, well, these probably aren't going to work. And literally for like 2.5 weeks, no, almost another full month, I didn't touch them. Because I felt like, what was the point? And then when I finally did, not only was I remembering what was written in the book, super easy, but I was seeing things in every picture to the point where I needed to see more details. And I bought myself a magnifying glass for all of my decks now, because I'm so detail oriented and so highly analytical that I literally pick everything apart before making a decision. And that was one of my blocks. Your strengths can also be your weaknesses. It just depends on how you're using them. I feel like that was for someone. Anyways, I guess some advice. Oh, Moonlight. She always feels so sad to me. Some of you can't sleep. There's an hourglass next to her. I'd never noticed that before. It's really weird. It's the moon, but it's almost like there's clouds on this moon. There's an atmosphere. And it's, not gonna lie, it looks straight up, it looks like a freaking hurricane. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, it's so white. Okay, do you see that swirl with the little dark circle in the middle? That looks like a hurricane on that moon. And the moon looks like it has an atmosphere. Those are clouds. I just heard this too shall pass. So maybe you need to get a higher perspective so that you can see that while it is a massive storm, it's a storm. They don't last forever. I heard this too shall pass again. And there's an hourglass there. Like, it's just a matter of time. But you can't sit there looking at the time, because what happens when you sit there looking at your watch, ready to, like, get out of school or to leave work? Like, it's almost like the freaking clock freezes. It's like, it's like what I said, when I'm at the ocean, except it's the opposite feeling. It's not that bliss and that serenity. It's the anxiety and the feeling of stuck. You need to go into the unknown. Embrace the void. Because you're feeling stuck, but it's just a storm. It's going to pass. The spark is right underneath into the unknown. You're going to get that spark of whatever spark you need that's going to make you feel like it's time to move forward. You're going to get that spark. It's coming. That spark of creation. I just heard spark of creation. Spark of creation. Didn't I say it was the hardcore manifestation period? Maybe you're not entirely sure, but it could be maybe, oh, maybe you're like me. Maybe you're like me and you're focusing too much on what it has to look like and what it has to be specifically, when what you need to focus on is how you are wanting to feel. When I wanted this deck, it wasn't the deck itself. It was the feeling that I got. It was the it almost like, because, you know, your heart is the compass to the soul's map. But you have to chart your map yourself first. You learn to use the compass. It's like land nav course, where you learn how to use a compass. Strength, it's going to require strength. You feel like you have the world on your shoulders right now, but it's just a storm and it's going to pass. Some of you are surrounded by, like, bad people. This is a Dragon's Lair card. Like, some of you are in the Dragon's Lair and you need to get out of there and go into the unknown. Because what's familiar isn't always safe. If you are in an abusive relationship, and when I say abusive, I don't only mean physically abusive. That's the one most people understand. If you are in a relationship, and it could be family, it could be a best friend, or a lover. But if you are in a relationship where someone is verbally abusive to you, where they are constantly putting you down, saying bad things to you, like, you know, never believing in any of your dreams, kind of just shooting everything down, backhanded compliments, indirectas, tirando indirectas. How do I say that in English for it to make sense? Tirando indirectas. Isn't that backhanded compliments? Indirectas? Because indirecto is indirect. And throwing indirects, tirando indirectas, is like, yeah, backhanded compliment. Or like, yeah, that's the only thing I can think of, is a backhanded compliment, where they say something that they try to make sound nice, but they're saying it in like a really rude, sarcastic way, that you know that the intent that they have behind it is to make you feel like shit. Please go into the unknown and leave that relationship. Don't be afraid. You are stronger. That strength card popped in my head again. You're stronger than you think you are. You're stronger than you think you are. And that's why they say the shit they say to you. They're trying to keep you down. They are trying to keep you from flying, from spreading your wings. But your wings are magnificent. All you have to do is realize you have them. I just saw a beautiful figure, and the way I'm getting chills, and her wings just expanded out. This was a feminine figure, and her wings just expanded out, and they're so beautiful. They're massive. You don't know the power that you have. Flying. The flying card. Look at that. Look at that pony. Dude, if you were a 5-year-old little girl, would you totally not die? Hell, even a little boy. I want to be on the flying horse if I'm a boy too. And there's blue on there. Who's to say it's girly, right? That shit doesn't even matter. Hell, if I were a raccoon, I'd run and ride that damn thing. Look at it. It's sparkly. It's pretty. It's flying. I mean, yes. Wouldn't you want to ride on that little horse and fly away? That's you. That is you. That is a magnificent creature. Look how beautiful it is. And there's a little hummingbird there saying hello. Oh, the hummingbird's just saying hello. They come around you. Fairies. Fairies on hummingbirds? What? Fairies don't ride hummingbirds, do they? I thought fairies were bigger. Dude, if that's a fairy, I mean, a hummingbird, some of them my God. Now I have to look into fairies. I want to know. And this girl has fairy wings. Oh my gosh. I was reading the other day, some people have fae blood in them. There are those who believe that there are people who have fae blood in them. Sometimes because fairies would swap out babies. Well, where did I read this at? They would swap out a baby. If they feared for their baby in the fairy realm, they would swap out their baby for a human baby. And then the humans would raise it, and this fairy wouldn't even know that it's part of the fae. Ooh, that might be for someone. Yeah, I just got chills. And I feel a pressure in the back of my head right back here. That's one of the chakras too. Is it the Alta Major? I think it's called. Come together. All right, we're going to move on. Back to the collective. That was very specific for a couple of people. Mountain. Oh, yep, back to the mountain. But look, like, people always think when there's a mountain in your way, like you have to go around the mountain or you got to climb the mountain, blah, 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 blah. But look, in this picture, I shit you not, there are two, what are those birds? I don't know. There's two birds flying. There are two birds flying and they're in the moonlight, and the moon is literally, the clouds reveal a part of the moon, but the rays of the moon are literally only shining down on one very specific part of the mountain. And guess what? It's a path in to the mountain. Do you see? Card number 6. And what is flowing out of this mountain is water. Water is emotion. So maybe you need to dive deep or do a deep dive into your emotions. Some of you are afraid of feeling. You're afraid of emotions because why? Why? Balancing act. Were you afraid of falling? This is a ship balanced on, like, it looks like a crystal ball, but maybe it's a giant droplet of magical water that for some reason isn't falling and it's perfectly circular. But it's on a vine and there's like hearts falling out from the ship, but there are also hearts falling into the ship from above it. Okay, let me separate these because these three were very specific. Into the unknown is connected to all of them. We've got mountain now and balancing act. Give me one more, please. Goblins. Oof. I hate that damn card. I was right. This card, the Goblins card, talks about each time we experience trauma in our life, a goblin is created. Basically, it's your demons. Okay? This is shadow work. Some of you need to do hardcore shadow work by doing a deep dive into your own emotions. And for you, that is going into the unknown. Because for whoever this is going to resonate for, you are not accustomed to diving into your emotions. You are more of a logical, matter-of-fact kind of person. Like, if it doesn't make sense on paper, then it can't be right. But when it comes to emotions, when it comes to following your intuition, intuition is emotion. Intuition is not logic. Logic is the warning system. You need to face your demons that are blocking you from being able to fully experience all emotions. Because I feel like you're very accustomed to negative emotions. But I don't feel like you're used to things like compassion, forgiveness. I'm sending you a big hug. Whoever this resonates for, I'm sending you love. No one should ever have to feel that way. And I'm sorry that life has led you to this point where you are, but there's something for you to learn from this. You need to put these pieces together so you can get a bigger picture. And then your path will be clear. Spirit of place. You're exactly where you need to be right now. Embrace the discomfort of the unknown, because it leads to beautiful things. Yeah, your ghost lands, storm fields, holy shit. Stuck in the mud, dude. Details. Let go of trying to control the details. Remember what I said about this deck. Like the ghost lands talks about you're literally stuck looking at the past and deciding like the future. Like you're so focused on both of those that you are not in the moment. You're not truly living. You are in the ghost lands. That's what this is called. That place where you're constantly thinking about the future and the past and like worrying about all these different things. Like that's the ghost lands because you're not living. Storm fields. And see, every now and then I get a feeling from this card. For you, it is not about trying to avoid the storm because the storm is your emotions. And that is why you're feeling stuck in the mud. You keep running from the storm, but you can only run but so far before you can't run any further. I just heard you won't have a choice this time. You're going to have to face your emotions. So you can choose to start little by little, taking little doses, and whenever you start to feel overwhelmed, just take a deep breath, back away, go do something else, clear your mind. But don't stop putting in the work, because if you do, I saw the tower. Okay. That one felt specific too. All right. What do we have for the collective? Anything else, or just that one right now? Anything else for the collective? Wide open. Yeah. Look at that. Once she surrendered, look at all the light. I feel like I don't know, just there's the bird and then the butterfly. I feel like it feels like the same energy. So once you surrender into the unknown and you are wide open to receive, because when you surrender, when we surrender, that is when we are in a place to receive. You cannot receive if you're sitting there constantly going back and forth and avoiding things and juggling every little detail. I just saw the detail card again. I should have pulled the damn thing out. You cannot move forward if that's what you're doing. And you cannot feel that spark of life and fly above your situation if you don't embrace the unknown and surrender. Surrender to not knowing what comes next, but you know right now, you know what the very next step is. Home. Wizard of Awareness. You're going to get what you want. You're going to get your... I just heard feeling of home. For some of you, this is a person, and for others of you, this is you literally finding a place you can call home. Wow, this is the heavy energy I was feeling all week. This is what I've been picking up on, because I'm feeling it again now, and like out of nowhere, I just want to cry. You're going to get your feeling of home. And for those of you that is a person, I feel like that's this one here, the ones that you're not used to dealing with your emotions. I feel like once you surrender to yourself, because who we are at our core is our soul, and our soul is made of pure source energy, and pure source energy is love. the strongest emotion of all. Not logic, emotion. Okay? I feel like you need to hear that. Anything else, Spirit? Some of you need to sing. Some of you need to sing it out. And I don't care if you can't carry a tune. I can't carry a damn tune, but I still sing like a dying crow out in the front lawn. Hell yeah. Why? Because it makes me feel good. Because it helps get the creative juices flowing. And I'm literally seeing sacral and solar plexus. Yeah, it really helps ground you in. And come on, let's be honest. When we do the stuff that we love, it's like we feel more powerful on the inside because we're doing what the hell we want to do. And that, at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Staying true to you. Yeah. What deck? I'm going to use my new deck. I actually got a copy of Doreen Virtue's Love and Light. I was like in love with this deck when I saw it, and not in a store because nobody freaking had it. And I was like, oh my God, and I can't believe she doesn't want to do this stuff anymore. She's like, she says she's I think she says she's a born again Christian or something like that. And she's calling this the devil's work now, which is really weird because, yeah, I don't know. To me, that doesn't resonate. I feel like when I think about that, I think that maybe she hit on something so powerful that it scared her. But that's just my opinion. That's my 2 cents. I don't even know her. But that's just what I got from it, the energy that I got from it. But for me, there's so much love and beauty in these cards. I don't feel that. I feel like these are tools. And as you know, tools can be used for good or they can be used for evil. Technology is a tool. Many have used it to oppress others and to destroy. It's kind of what our entire world is based off. Destruction, war, violence, greed, power, corruption. But they can also be used for good, to heal, to nurture, to love. It's all about who's wielding the power, right? Alright, can we get a card? A couple more? Or maybe a couple to close this out. I'm trying to keep these as short as possible. I'm already at, 43 minutes? Should have left my glasses on. But I only need them to see far away, and most of the reading I'm up close looking at the cards. I love that card. Okay. That one too? Yes? Oh. Didn't I say take care of the little things? The tedious, day-to-day, mundane activities? Take care of the little things. Bottom of the deck. The river of God has plenty of water. It provides a bountiful harvest of grain, for you have ordered it so. You are gonna get, dude, she is in a gorgeous gown in a palace. There's roses all around her. This is beautiful, and she doesn't have a care in the world. She's literally just enjoying the scent of a rose. I love roses. They smell so pretty. I used to hate them. I used to think, oh, they're so generic, da-da-da-da, but I've suddenly gotten this bond with them and seen the beauty in them, and it has nothing to do with the mainstream version of roses. For me, it's more spiritual. But anyways, look at that gown. Like, you're gonna get every single last thing you've been wishing and praying for is coming to you. But you cannot receive until you go into the unknown. Embrace the void. What was that shit that I wrote again? Yeah, the rest is still unwritten, remember? In the void is where we must go to see the light. Yes, you cannot be reborn. You cannot... think of a cocoon, a butterfly in a cocoon. They're going through metamorphosis, but they cannot come out until they see the light. And it's like... you know when it's time. You know when it's time. You will just feel it. But you're anxious because you're trying to rush it. You're trying to control it. Connect with Living Water was the first one that came out. Some of you might have ties to Atlantis. She's not a mermaid. She has legs. But she's under the water with no gear, with flowers in her hair, which tells me that there's some sort of highly advanced technology that allows her to be like that under the water. And she's talking to a dolphin. They don't want us talking to the dolphins. The sea belongs to him, for he made it. His hands formed the dry land, too. Psalm 95:5, for those interested. Everything's just another little puzzle piece, right? Or a clue to the next puzzle piece. Might as well dig deep. Go down that rabbit hole. See what lies there for you. Blessings of innocence and purity. God blesses those whose hearts are pure, for they will see God. And there's an angel with this little girl. This is getting back to your inner child. This is... I mean, think about it. There are like so many videos out there of children channeling and children talking to angels, speaking to spirits, predicting things. Like, the more we nurture our children's uniqueness, the weird shit that we're like, oh my God, what the hell is my kid talking about? Like, no, let them follow their own rabbit holes. This journey, this path begins the moment we come out of the womb. Who are you to hinder someone else's development? Be the powerful presence of peace. Give all your worries and cares to God, for he cares about you. And there's a unicorn on this one. Is that a stork? I don't know what kind of birds those are, though. I've never seen a bird like that. Tail of a sparrow, but a longer neck like a duck or a goose. Pretty. This unicorn is so fucking magical, though, and it's standing in water, and again, water is emotion. But this unicorn looks so calm, and it is radiating with power as it stands in water. So maybe this is for that one specific little group where you're afraid of your own emotions, but look at the power that unicorn is radiating. Can you see the glow coming off of it? And that's coming as this unicorn is standing in these waters. Emotions heal. Emotions purify the soul. Love is the way. Love is the way. When we look at everything through the eyes of love tells us to take a higher perspective. It tells us not to judge. It tells us to do unto others as we would have them do unto us. It tells us to always be kind. It tells us to surrender. And that includes to your own mind. Like, turn it off. Tell it it's time for you to take a break, take a nap. I'm going to listen to my heart for a little while because there is much I need to learn there as well. All right. Is there anything else? our dragons. I love the dragons. Oh my god. You guys. Transformation. The butterfly. It's a butterfly. Look at it. It's a dragon that looks like a butterfly. How beautiful is she? Or he? I don't know. Some of them do say in the thing. I don't know. God. This is massive transformation. Everyone is transforming. You're standing in your power. You're learning that you have to surrender. Yeah. Magic and manifestation. Literally just cut the deck. Magic and manifestation. This is a magical time for manifestation because you guys are transforming. Go into the void. Embrace the darkness. Embrace the unknown. And in that darkness, dream every beautiful thing that you could ever possibly dream. And continue to dream and dream and dream until you see that light. All right. Anything else? Spirits at the bottom of the deck. And Luna. Father Time. It says Illuminati. With the seraph. Isn't that, I think this is Archangel Uriel on this card. Illuminati. Let me read this one. It landed on Father Time, so I'm just going to go ahead and let yourself sink a little deeper into the abyss of quiet stillness. I am so loved. Do you see this? Like, they're like, listen, she's not just crazy, okay? Like, straight up, we told her this shit. Yep. This commanding, wise old dragon will aid you to still the constant chatter of your mind and just be. His presence supports our grounding and brings focus to the moment. His aim is that we let go of linear time, for it is a man-made concept. His energy helps us to enter the void, which is particularly useful during meditation. Literally says into the void right there. His message today is, Father Time was like, listen, Illuminati can wait. Okay, read my message now. Yes, sir. His message today is, now, this moment in time is a gift, which is why it is called the present. Allow all time to stop and break your habit of clock chasing. What did I freaking say with the Ghost Lens card? And the looking at the clock sitting there, how it slows time down. Oh my gosh. Because in reality, there is only now. Yeah, literally, I just heard 0 point. Again, when you think of it in scientific terms, a 0 point is like that, like nothingness, where it's like nothing and everything all at once, I think. You are the 0 point. You are where everything ends and begins, because all that we have is this moment right now. Let yourself sink a little deeper into the abyss of quiet stillness and let go. The man-made concept of linear time is illusionary. It only serves to fuel the doubts in your life. I am here to guide you to a more tranquil way of being, to be fully present in the moment. He goes on to say, the stresses of your existence are often due to your preoccupation with time. Find your point of center, breathe, and let go. Whether these anxieties are from a lack of time or a feeling of not being good enough, nothing is gained by being fretful. Stop setting yourself unrealistic time scales and such high expectations. you can achieve without making it so difficult for yourself. You as human doings, dragons refer to humans as doings rather than beings, fail to see that much of your stress is unconscious, as it is as natural to you as breathing. Recognize this and release it. So basically, we fail to see that our stress is unconscious. Yeah, it's not real. With this quietness of mind, Father Time aids you in finding clarity in all life situations and helps you to see the bigger picture, allowing you to reach a new level of understanding. Go into the void, you guys. Dive deep. Do not be afraid of the unknown. That is where the magic happens. Illuminati. Only truth has integrity and can stand the test of time. Yeah, the truth is the truth is the truth, and the truth is the loudest when it's silent. If you have picked Illuminati today, hear this message. I illuminate what cannot be seen, that which is hidden within you. Your truth needs to be seen and shared. You cannot hide behind your masks forever. Your shields of false protection don't serve. Only truth has integrity and can stand the test of time. Illuminati is the first dragon I met who also holds angelic as well as dragon energy, in this case from the archangel Uriel. Yeah, see, Uriel. The creator of this deck channels messages from the dragons. They're like super high vibrational entities, you guys. Illuminati is the first dragon I met who also holds... Okay, Illuminati appears when we are not listening and have been resisting what needs uncovering and changing within our lives. This is usually of a spiritual or personal nature. Rest assured you are now ready to deal with whatever has been lurking in the depths of your being. Whether this is a spiritual awakening or a deep personal healing, it is ready to be activated. The rest of his message is this: spiritual warriors of Earth. Collectively, we can change the world. Although humankind is not yet ready for us in all our might, you and others like you are preparing the way, anchoring the light into the planet. Are you ready to continue your amazing journey of empowerment? Illuminati invites you to see the truth in all situations. He says, do not fear this illumination. Truth is a liberating and powerful ally. Your fears lie with change, but open your heart and welcome it to your core, allowing the light to guide you forward. Literally, yeah. And see, the moment you do that, the moment you open your heart and you surrender and you go into that void, right there, that's where you are allowing the light to come in. That is where you are open to receive. That is where your manifestations, I just heard incarnate. Would that be the right word? Where they manifest? And with Spirit at the bottom and Luna, like, this is Spirit's helping you to see. Like, they're gonna, and I'm drawn to the full moon again. This last full moon, I'm telling you guys, it was a big one. No pun intended. That's what she said, right? Spirit's been guiding you. I feel like you already know this. I feel like you already know, but it is that fear of the unknown. That's why Into the Unknown is the core card of this entire read. You guys just need to surrender and let go. Yeah, you just need to let go. All of these, look, it's like the wind. It's just, I see flow. There's so much wind and like in the different cards and illumination. It's about letting go. You're holding on too tight, trying to control stuff because you're trying to control your mind. It's really weird. All right, final words. Creativity. There are ways of dealing with the situation without giving away your power. Think of creative methods in which you can be heard and maintain your dignity. Any other final messages for the collective, please? I feel like some of you need to take that deep breath because frustration and anger just fell out as I was taking a deep breath. Your frustration is not a wasted energy if it is channeled positively to create a better outcome for yourself. Embrace frustration and work with it, not against it. Anger. Even though you are burning inside, you need to remain calm. Dig deep and find the strength to activate the self-control that lies within you. Whenever you are watching this video is when this message is meant for you. Because time is a man-made construct, right? It does not exist. You're at the point of a breakthrough. You just need to surrender. Let your heart guide you. Go into that void of unknowing and surrender, and know that the path will be made known to you once you give up controlling all of it. Decisions. It's your decision whether you keep this up or let it go, yeah. But continuing will not change the circumstances or the outcome. You're going to be forced to see what you need to see regardless, because it's a lesson that you need to learn. Commitment at the bottom of the deck. Ask yourself the question you often ask everyone else. What do you need? Listen to the answer and respond actively and committedly as actively and committedly as you do for others in your life. Yeah. So if you feel like you need to leave a relationship, leave the relationship. If you feel like you want to start a relationship, start the relationship. If you feel like you need to explore what it is that you're feeling, even though you're afraid of what you're feeling, explore what you are feeling. There's so much beauty in the unknown. Confidence right below commitment. Believe in magic. You don't need an explanation for everything. Trust it has happened for all the right reasons. Life is not about being taught a lesson for getting something wrong. It's about having an experience that adds richness to your life. Worthwhile. Calm. Didn't I say some of you need to take a deep breath? Breathe. Heal your tired body and allow your spirit to find peace. Without harmony, your healing journey will take much longer. Let me tell you, something that has helped me get to a point of embracing the void is doing the stuff that I love. The things that I liked doing when I was a little girl. Dancing, singing, playing games, meeting people, talking to friends. I was such a lovable little kid. I wasn't afraid to talk to anyone, and my mom would always yell at me, like, you don't know who that is, why are you talking to them, da-da-da-da-da, and it's like I knew, I just knew. I always got feelings from people, and so I felt sometimes like people needed to talk to me, if that makes any sense, but there were times when I felt like this person needed me to say this to them. And my mom was there, yelling at me because she was just worried that somebody was going to kidnap her kid, she was just doing her job. But there are better ways that it could have been said and handled, to where it wouldn't cause trauma to the child. And we all need to work on those things. The children are our future. All right. Confident at the bottom of the deck again. Wait, this wasn't there, was it? This is specific. You confuse confidence with ego. There's no shame in confidence. It's about knowing who you are and what you want, and most importantly, having the courage to stand in your own power. I'm drawn to the unicorn card again, where he's like standing in that water and he's just radiating that energy. It's a beautiful card. And unicorns are extremely powerful as well. Into the unknown, guys. Embrace the void. Embrace the unknown. Don't be afraid of exploring what you are feeling. Always follow that. Okay, those are the little breadcrumbs. Those are the little clues that lead us to the puzzle pieces. Okay? And the little puzzle pieces are the ones that we put together to create those parts of the map. And then we can better navigate everything. I hope this helped. If it did, hit the like button, drop me a comment down below. I love to hear feedback. Yeah, And I'll be back on tomorrow to do a video for the sacred feminine energies. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought. And if you feel like you need Reiki, or if you would like to book a personal reading with me, the link to my website is below. And on my website, you will find links to all of my social media. Okay? All right? Guys, have a beautiful day, weekend, year, life. Just go with the flow. Trust yourself.